Hello, welcome to this video. My name is Eva, and in this video I want to talk about the helper syndrome because it's an interesting topic, and I want to share a little bit what it's all about and how to heal, or some strategies to heal. And it's a complex topic. I want to share kind of what helped me. So the helper syndrome happens a lot in professions that are connected to helping other people, such as doctor, people who work in a hospital, but also like therapists, coaches. My personal story was, when I experienced it, was working as a nutritionist, helping people kind of improve their diet. And it's kind of this unhealthy over giving and not really taking care of your own personal needs, like taking breaks and all of that. So overemphasis on the well-being of the other person, focus on the client, and not enough kind of responsibility for own needs. And yeah, but it can also be like in a lot of different examples. For example, you have lost your parent because of cancer, and then you want to become a doctor to help others help them with cancer. But at the same time, you're so indulged in your work, but you're so focused on your work so that you completely let go of your own personal life, like you don't have relationships, all of that, and eventually that can lead to burnout, resentment. And yeah, so some signs of this helper syndrome is this over responsibility for other people's problems. Like, for example, for me, as when I was working as a nutritionist also, it was so important for me to realize that I'm not responsible for my clients. Because back when I worked, I was like, okay, I don't want my clients to go through the same things that I went through. I want to heal them. I want to fix them, kind of. And it was just so much over responsibility. But in the end, you just do the best you can. Even if you're a therapist, a coach, whatever, you just give your client tools, and then they also have a certain responsibility to take those tools and take responsibility to use them, follow certain plans, etc. And that's also why, obviously, you can never make a promise to heal anyone, because it's just like you just give your part, but then obviously the client also has a certain role in that. So it's not like in this helper syndrome. For me, it looked a lot like I was carrying, or I was trying to carry the client. And then I realized, after I got burned out, and I had that burnout, it's not my job to carry my clients or to carry anyone. And each person also has a certain responsibility for their own happiness and health and all of that. So yeah, but some signs: over responsibility, what I just explained. Then also difficulty setting boundaries, people pleasing, neglecting own personal needs. Like, for example, your client, you really care about your client, so you overwork, you don't have private life anymore, and you even feel bad when you don't work all the time. So not really the best possible signs. Why does it happen? Like, why do some people develop this helper syndrome? It can have a lot of different factors. Like, one factor is, for example, that you have experienced certain things in your life that were maybe even traumatic, and then you want to help people, and you had a lot of difficulties, and then you want to help people so that they have a better experience, right? And then this empathy is amazing, that you want to help people, but at the same time, it's really important for people who have that certain empathy that they realize that people who have that issue, we cannot save people. Like, it's not our job to save people. We just give tools. And also we have to set certain boundaries with, like, for me, it's so easy to absorb emotions and then think that, okay, it's my responsibility to to control certain people's emotions, but it's not. We just provide a certain service to the best way we can. And then we have to let go of that certain control as well. So that can be a main reason why people have this helping syndrome, that they just are so passionate about it. They have experienced hard things and they don't want other people to experience what they have experienced. So that could be a main reason. Also, personal history of caretaking. For example, you grew up in a family and there was like tragedy, like death or illness, or even like mental illnesses like addiction or like narcissism, etc. And then parents couldn't really function as parents, so you had to step up and take maybe a parent role within that family. So your worth was defined as a child, how you help others, and kind of basically that was how you defined your worth as a child. And that's what kind of can happen, that you take it from your childhood also into adult life. And then also just those types of things that could all contribute, but a lot of different reasons. Each person is different, but that could be some examples why some people have this helper syndrome. So very often it's just a logical consequence on our, like how our DNA is and also how we were raised. And how do we kind of let go of it? Because this helper syndrome very often leads to burnout and it can really destroy you as a person. Like for me, I think that in my nutrition business, I definitely had that, and I'm still trying to heal that, and I got super burned out. But I think I still, before it completely destroyed me, I think I still stopped before that and went to therapy, which was good. But I think, this is super, super important to kind of heal this and like focus on this to heal this. So how to heal? The first step that helped me was to shift away from the rescuer role into the guiding role. So it's not my responsibility to rescue or save people. It's also not possible. I cannot save other people, even though I would love to. It's just my responsibility to guide people and to give them tools and to give them advice, but then still let go of that control of the outcome. That's really important for me, because like I have this need for control. That's something I'm working on, but to let go of that outcome and recognize that you can only do so much, and then the rest belongs also in the hands of the clients. No, so it's not my job to make others better or to save them, but instead thinking I offer tools and they can choose whether they use them or not. So it's not my responsibility to create an outcome for a certain client when it comes to like professions such as therapy or a coach, etc. But it's more like, okay, I give certain tools, and then I also kind of accept that some things are out of my responsibility. Like the client also has a certain responsibility to implement certain tools, for example. And then also separate your worth from helping others. Like I'm so much more than just the role that I'm in. Like I'm so much more than my job. I'm so much more than just the function that I have in my job to help other people. Also, of course, setting boundaries. I think if you can do it in a therapy process, that would be amazing. That's what I'm doing, but really learning how to set boundaries and saying no, and really saying, okay, I need to fill my cup, because if my cup is empty, I can't help anyone. And I have also a responsibility towards myself, and I have to have that self-love towards myself, so that this cup is not empty. And only when I have my cup full, or like half full, whatever, I can help other people. So taking responsibility for our own needs and for our own kind of boundaries that we set with clients or with our job. That's really important. Let go of the need to control the outcome. That's something I'm really working on, and it's really hard for me to let go of control, but I'm working on it. And I think like all of those affirmations are amazing, and they help so much. But I mean, it's a long process. Like any of this healing work, it's not something you do from one day to the next. It's really something that does take time, and it's okay that it takes time. And also I would highly recommend to go to therapy and to really specifically for your personal case ask your therapist, hey, I have this need in my profession and it's eating me up alive, or I feel like getting resentful or burned out from my job. Do you know, like, can we discuss where this is coming from? Like, where in my childhood maybe I had like narcissistic parents or like parents with addiction, maybe then I had this specific need to help them or role to help them, where it's coming from, and then kind of have that process specifically for you. I think that's really important. But some general affirmations would be that also really help me is, first of all, I guide, but I do not carry. My worth is not tied to how much I help others. I release responsibility for other people's lives. I can take care deeply without overextending myself. I can care deeply without overextending myself, and taking care of myself helps me serve others better. I cannot pour from an empty cup. It's my responsibility to fill my own cup. Only then I can help other people. It's not selfish to fill my own cup first, but it is a necessity. So that was the video for today. I really hope that it helps you if you're struggling with this issue. It's really something to be aware of. Oh, my microphone. It's something to be aware of, but it's something that is so important to heal, and it's possible to heal. And I wish you good luck on your journey. And I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. And I really hope that you can find joy in your work again by healing this helping syndrome, compassion fatigue syndrome. So thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Thank you so much. See you.